I'm Donnie Hooper, and this is our pawn shop. We work here with city councils and city staff. One thing we've learned after all these years, you never know what city budget's going to come through that door. What do we got here?
I've got the new 2025-2026 budget here. These are some of the departments we're looking to fund this year.
Yeah, sweet.
Today, I'm bringing in the 2025-2026 budget down to the shop. Last year's budget wasn't bad, but I really want to shore up core city services. I'm hoping for a fair deal at about $557 million.
Now, a city budget isn't like a household checkbook. We don't just have one big pile of money to spend however we want to spend it. The budget is actually split into different funds, like we have streets, we have water, and by law, each of those has to be used for a very specific purpose. The real challenge, though, is balancing all those pieces so every dollar goes where it's supposed to. Let's take a look at one of those department budgets.
This here is our street department.
Well, streets are a big deal in Amarillo. You know, we've got over 1,000 miles to maintain, and between blazing summers, icy winters, heavy traffic, it really takes its toll. These crews are out there filling potholes, they're sealing pavement, they're sweeping, and keeping the roads safe for when the ice hits. Just last year, they repaired close to 10,000 potholes in streets and alleys. No one likes coming across one, but that's a lot of work getting done.
Wow, yeah, I didn't realize it was that many.
All right, so the big question is, what are you thinking for this year's budget?
We invested quite a bit in streets last year, and I'm hoping to do the same with this year's budget. I'm hoping to walk away with $45 million.
Look, every penny counts, you know that. Best I can do, $44,852,000.
You got yourself a deal. Next up, I brought a little something we all depend on.
Now that's special.
Think about it. Turn on your faucet. The water's there. Flush the toilet, it works. Clean, safe water is something we take for granted, but it doesn't happen by accident.
You know, water is a big deal in Amarillo. It's an important resource, and we really have to be mindful about it. Amarillo has 1,200 miles of water mains, wastewater lines, treatment plants, and environmental lab to test the water quality. Keeping all that running, it's a massive job.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so I guess the question is, what are you looking to budget for water and sewer this year?
I'm not totally sure. It's really hard to put a price on something like this.
For something this important, I'm gonna have to call in an expert.
Hi, y'all. Thanks for calling me in. What do we got today?
All right, so what we have is a water and sewer budget. Can you tell us how much this is worth?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a complicated one. Let's take a look here. Water and sewer is one of the most critical pieces of our budget. It covers everything from water production and distribution to wastewater treatment and lab testing. This year, we're looking at about $36 million in projects alone, including early design work for our upgrades to our wastewater facilities. I'd say a budget around $141,842,000 would be great this time around.
That's some serious money. What do you think?
I think you got yourself a deal. Next, we've got our solid waste department.
Okay, trash. Well, it may not sparkle, but try living without picking it up for a week. You'd smell the difference pretty quick.
Amarillo handles trash in-house for both homes and businesses. Most cities don't pick up twice a week anymore, but we still do. Plus, residents can call for free bulky item pickup, use roll-off dumpsters around town, or drop brush at our composting sites. It's a full-service operation.
Solid waste, they serve about 64,000 households in Amarillo. And that's not really even including the 6,000 households that are on the curb cart program. And you can't forget about the landfill. Keeping all of that running is really what keeps Amarillo thriving. What are you thinking for this year's budget?
I think across both solid waste collection and disposal, I'm looking at around $42,844,000.
Well, I mean, going without it, it'd be a mess. You got yourself a deal.
I think you're going to find this next one pretty interesting. This is our public safety departments.
You know, public safety is the largest piece of the Amarillo's budget. When people think about it, they picture police officers, firefighters, and that's true, but it also covers emergency management, 911 communications, animal management, city marshal, even our municipal court.
This year, we're looking to add 1 new firefighter and 1 new police officer, continue paramedic training, and fund raises for police and fire. Those raises are a big priority for City Council, making sure we can recruit and retain the best people.
Well, Amarillo taxpayers appreciate our commitment to taking care of our first responders. I mean, it's important. You know, how much are we thinking about for this year?
I really couldn't take anything under $268,804,000.
That's a big investment, but you know, keeping Amarillo safe is really priceless. You got yourself a deal. Well, I've seen a lot of departments today in the shop, but if there's one thing I'm ready to make a deal on, it's the full city budget. All right, so what can you tell me about the big picture?
The total budget this year is $557 million. It funds all of our core services, things like streets, water, and public safety, and includes some of the most important priorities. For example, continued support of our women's healthcare clinic, a new dangerous structural removal team, and 70% cost of living adjustment for retirees.
So I'm guessing that will come with some rate changes?
The new property tax rate is a little over 43 cents per $100 of value. That, along with sales tax, utility rates, and other revenues, makes this budget possible.
Well, so even after what we covered today, I'm sure that we've barely even scratched the surface. You know, this city supports over 40 departments, more than 250 programs and services. But Laura, you've seen the whole thing. You think this is a good investment?
Absolutely. This budget is all about priorities, keeping Amarillo safe, investing in infrastructure, and supporting the employees who deliver services every day. With more than $108 million in capital projects, it's a strong plan that focuses on the services our residents value.
With all of these great additions, we're looking at $557,046,000 to make it all happen.
Well, I'm happy to say you got yourself a deal. Well, it's not every day you get a city budget coming into the shop, but I think we were able to make a good deal here today.
Well, now we got to figure out where we can cash this $557 million check.